Ah, hello adventurers, and welcome back to my study. I've been working on another chapter of the Chronicles of the Thornecrest Company, and I think this one is finally ready to be told. So come in, take a seat, get comfortable, and let me tell you another tale of their adventures. Chapter 1. Welcome to Vael Turog. You are probably expecting a history lesson. Most books begin that way. Dates, kings, wars. Lists of people who desperately wanted to be remembered and usually succeeded for all the wrong reasons. I could give you those things. In fact, someone already has. Several someones, actually. There are entire libraries dedicated to explaining how the world arrived at its present state. Most of them are wrong. Not maliciously wrong, simply incomplete. History has a habit of losing pieces of itself. People are much the same. So instead of beginning with the past, let us begin with the present. You are standing within the world of Vael Turog, a land of kingdoms, merchants, temples, roads, rivers, forests, mountains, and all the countless small lives that exist between them. At first glance, it appears peaceful. Trade caravans move freely, farmers tend their fields, cities prosper, children laugh, nobles argue, merchants complain, temples pray. The world turns. Normal, predictable, nonetheless comforting. That should concern you. Peace is a strange thing. Mortals speak of it as though it were natural, as though civilization simply drifts towards stability if left alone long enough. As though kingdoms survive because they deserve to. As though roads remain safe because bandits become bored. As though monsters politely agreed to remain outside city walls. They do not. Nothing survives by accident. Not for long, at least. For more than a century, the people of Vael Turog have lived within what historians call the Age of Stability. 100 years without major war, 100 years of growing cities, growing wealth, growing populations, growing certainty. Most citizens consider this an achievement. Many rulers consider it proof of wise leadership. A handful consider it evidence of divine favor. All of them, however, are mistaken. A stable world is not necessarily a healthy world, nor is it necessarily a free one. And remember that. It will become important later. Current year is 313 AS, 313 years since the beginning of the Age of Stability. Most calendars end the explanation there. I, however, will not. Because years are merely numbers. What matters is what those years contain and what they conceal. You will find many places within these pages. Some will seem familiar, others will not. You will read of great cities and forgotten roads, ancient forests and thriving kingdoms, noble houses and wandering merchants, heroes, monsters, kings, liars. The distinction between these categories is often smaller than people prefer. At the center of much of recorded history stands the Kingdom of Ardynvale, the White Crown. A prosperous realm of trade routes, fertile lands, fortified cities, and ancient traditions. Its capital, High Spire, rises above the surrounding countryside like a monument to certainty itself. Its roads connect much of the known world. Its laws shape commerce across entire regions. Its influence extends far beyond its borders. Many believe Ardynvale to be the heart of civilization itself. Many hearts have stopped beating. The world endured regardless. Travel further and you will discover places less comfortable. The Greymire Expanse, Blackmere, the Frostmere Vale, the Mirefell Delta, Stormwatch Port, Silver Hollow, places where the wilderness still remembers older rules, places where ancient things occasionally look back. Most travelers ignore these places. Ancient things rarely return the favor. You will also encounter stories, many stories, some celebrated, some forgotten, some deliberately buried. Pay attention to the buried ones. They are usually the most interesting. You will hear of the 7 guardians, of the White Wolf, of the Crownless Stag, of the Last Lantern, of names that survive only as fragments of myths and nursery tales. Children speak these stories without understanding them. Adults dismiss them without understanding them. This has worked surprisingly well for everyone involved. Until recently, there are powers within Vael Turog older than kingdoms, older than religions, older than many of the truths modern civilization takes for granted. Most sleep, some watch, a few have begun to stir. If you are reading this, chances are good that you have already encountered one. Whether you realized it at the time is another matter entirely. You may be wondering whether this is a story about heroes. I can assure you it is not. Heroes are what historians call survivors after enough time has passed. No one introduces themselves as a hero. At least, no one worth remembering. Instead, this is a story about people. People who make choices, people who carry burdens, people who believe they understand the world, people who discover they do not. The world itself is much the same. Vael Turog believes it understands itself. It believes it knows where it came from, who built it, who protects it, who governs it, who watches over it. It is wrong more often than it realizes. Fortunately, reality has always possessed a remarkable talent for correcting misunderstandings. Usually, in ways that are both educational and deeply inconvenient. As you continue through these pages, remember one thing above all else. The world you are about to learn about is real. Not because it exists. Many things exist. This is not especially impressive. No. It is real because people live within it. They love, they fear, they hope, they fail, and they endure. And occasionally, when circumstances become sufficiently absurd, they rise to meet things far larger than themselves. The road ahead is long. The answers are incomplete. The questions are worse. And somewhere, even now, the next chapter is already being written. Whether anyone survives long enough to read it remains to be seen. Signed, Raphael. Written on the eve of Emberwake, 3:13 AS. Several minutes before someone inevitably made the situation more complicated. And that, adventurers, well, quite frankly, that is where we must leave the Thornecrest Company for now. The road continues, of course. There's still places to discover, histories to unravel, and more than a few stories left within these pages. But those are tales for another day. And until then, thank you for joining me here in my study. May your road be safe, your fires burn warm, and fortune favor you wherever your own adventure may lead. Good day, adventurers. I'll see you when next we open the Chronicles.